Welcome to our channel. Today, we're discussing a shocking development in Nigerian politics. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's recall process has taken a dramatic turn, with the Independent National Electoral Commission disowning the recall. But that's not all. Reports are emerging that Kogi residents were lured with fake empowerment programs to sign petitions for Senator Natasha's recall.
Some constituents in Kogi Central have reportedly initiated a recall process against their senator, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. The initiative claims to reflect a vote of no confidence, but has been criticized for misleading constituents by offering empowerment programs to collect signatures, as we'll see in these videos now making the rounds.
I could be here for the recall of Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan.
No, sir, we are not. We are here for empowerment.
But we are not aware about the recall by some group of APC.
No. So we are here for empowerment. We are not supposed to be here for empowerment. And we are given us instruction to come into our voters card. So that was the instruction given to us that we should be here with a voters card for empowerment. No, there's nothing like recall. We don't have anything against our senator, for God's sake. So why did we come?
This early morning, we were informed that we should come for an empowerment. When we get to the field, we are asked to bring our voters card and the VIN, the number here. So we now ask why, because we heard that we should come for the empowerment. So they gave us a form to fill. You fill with your VIN and pen your signature. Then most of us will refuse that we cannot do that because we don't know that an empowerment can be done in this way. So we now left the field. And we don't know that there is an issue of recall. So we left. Everybody left the field.
I call it to be a mess because nobody was aware of it at all. They took people to the collaboration center, deceiving them of doing empowerment, and when many of them, majority of them, get to know that what they want to do is not a normal thing. So all of them, they left. So I see it as a mess, and I know that they cannot do anything about that. They are just doing what people were not in support of. Because I myself, I was not in support of it. Even majority of people in the local government were not in support of it. In fact, that woman has done a lot of things. He has done more than what others people have not done before. Other Senate, we have not even benefit of what they are going to the House to do before. But now that we know we have a Senate.
Also, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's recall process has taken a stunning turn, as the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has remarkably disowned the recall. This development raises intriguing questions about the legitimacy of the recall process and the potential implications for Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan's tenure.
This is so disgraceful. You were saying that they are still gathering signatures secretly, but you know that the process has seen significant public participation, but the Independent National Electoral Commission has disowned the exercise, highlighting inadequacies. Before I come to you, Rufai, in the meantime, a federal high court in Abuja has lifted its previous order restraining the Senate from investigating Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan over her altercation with Senate President Godswill Akpabio. The court had initially halted the probe after Akpoti-Uduaghan sought judicial intervention, but the Senate proceeded, leading to her suspension on March 6th. The decision followed a challenge to the ex parte order. The court ruled on March 19th to vacate it, reaffirming the Senate's authority. The case is set for further hearings on March 25th. Rufai, over to you.
There's a couple of things. And Oji, see, in all of this, we should just say things the way they are, not because it favors us. All right? And in all of this matter, from the Tinubu matter to this Natasha matter, it's constantly the quest for the truth. But I am not surprised that people are quick to change mouths. Anyway, these are the same persons at some point that said they could swear to God that President Tinubu won the election. So I'm not surprised. But as regards this Natasha Akpoti's matter, I was also the one that broke the story from my intel. a night before.
You mean the
recall story? You can go and check the empirical facts there. I was the first that broke it a night before it happened. And I got an intel that they were going to do it. And what was the ploy? The ploy was to tell people that they wanted to do empowerment for them. To deceive them. So when some of them got wind of that, they started leaving. But some still had to stay and collect the pittance. INEC has said they don't know anything about the process, but they're still collecting signatures. As regards the court case, we all know that the Senate violated that court order initially. So they went ahead, but now the Federal High Court is just vacating that order because the Senate had violated it, still went ahead to suspend that in the first place. So where is the path for rule of law and democracy in this country as we speak today? What we are just saying is that we should be fair across board and we should speak the truth at all times. And that's it. I'm not saying you can't have your own personal opinions, but something that is right at a point should also be right. The truth has a level of constance to it. It must be constant. If it's right today, it should be right tomorrow. And all of this fight we are fighting is for the principle and the sanctity of democracy in this country. I'm not saying politicians don't have their shenanigans. I've said it at the start of this weekend Fubara fight, that Fubara too is also as complicit because he benefited from the system. When he was working in his favor, he didn't say anything. But he's now just on the path of principle. They were fighting for Fubara. And Dele Farotimi said it rightly. Do not die in these people's war. But we need to speak up for principle at all times in this country.
Absolutely.
Okay,
go ahead.
I was just going to reiterate the point with regard to the court case.
The court case,
You recall that at that time, it was being said on this table that, the committee that was investigating Senator Natasha Akpoti, had received a court order and they hurriedly, sat an order. And I said at that time, okay, let us wait. If you are contemptuous of court order, the same court can charge you for contempt, either in the face of the court or away from the face of the court. Now, the same judge, Justice Iguatu, has, vacated that order for. And the whole point, which I was making at that time, is that I will be surprised that a court of law can dictate to the judiciary, and that the best path to take is for enforcement of fundamental human rights, if you feel that an injustice has been done in terms of your basic rights. But for a court of law, within the principles of separation of powers, I think I quoted Montesquieu on that occasion, and that's what the court has reaffirmed. The judge has just rested that matter while dealing with the other substantive issues.
All right. I'd like your thoughts really on the process that I heard is still going on in Kogi Central at this moment.
This action or what's happening in this particular case begins to make you question the people who are very determined to ensure that she's out because of an allegation she made and what Nigerians are asking for, not just in this matter, but just to demonstrate the protection of the rights of women and officers in the assembly that were asking for an investigation. And because one person, and she said it during an interview we took it yesterday, that she feels that the reason for her suspension is because they want to silence her. Is this not giving credence to that? That they'll go, how many senators have they taken this level of efforts to recall as a result of what they've done? We've had senators who were found, fighting in sex toy shops. We've had senators who slapped another senator in the chambers. None of them this action was taken. But because someone said because of his seat she wasn't moving, and then that escalated to her giving the reason for which she was being maligned and asked to move, because of an alleged sexual harassment, all of a sudden she's person non grata, she's having to be granted interview. This matter, as in the same case as what we said with the reverse issue, could have been sorted out a lot better without it getting to this level. Then what is happening there is also what we've been saying a lot, the weaponization of poverty and ignorance. I think it is fraudulent for you to ask people to come for a particular cause and then use the signature that you get from them to further your own personal agenda. It is fraudulent. It should be also investigated, and anyone who is found behind that, it's not enough for INEC to just say, we are not responsible for that. It's an act of fraud and it ought to be investigated. Anyone culpable should be brought to book.
Well said, Ayo. Very well said.
The controversy surrounding Senator Natasha Akpoti's recall has raised serious questions about the integrity of Nigeria's electoral process. The alleged use of fake empowerment programs to manipulate voters is a disturbing trend that must be addressed. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.